right, the movie review you probably thought never would come, but I seen Straw. Yes, I seen it. 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 So it wasn't really nothing interesting at the movies. So we sat down and watched Straw. I actually watched it twice, at least halfway through twice. Um, so let's talk about the movie real quick. It actually had Sinbad. Shout out to Sinbad. Y'all know he a Michigan native. He was from Ben Harbor, been sick. Um, and I think Taraji P. Henson killed the role. I mean, Tiana Taylor, he was a handsome young woman in this movie. Sherry Shepherd was in it. This brother that was on the Soul Food, Rockman Dunbar was in it. I think the two shining stars in this movie, by far it was Taraji, but I think who did a excellent job was this Glenn Turman guy. I mean, he did a phenomenal job. Now, there was a lot of backlash. This movie got because a lot of black women were saying, "Why does Tyler Perry always got to paint us in a bad light?" And my thing is this: when black people are talking about, well, why don't they, why don't we get more positive movies? Because you guys don't support that. When we start seeing movies like Killer and the Moonflower, we start seeing movies like Oppenheimer. The vast majority of demographic that they target for those historic movies, people, most black people don't want to see stuff like that. They don't want to sit down there and listen to something like that and understand that. And in my opinion, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So when you start talking about more positive movies and more, enlightening movies, more informative movies, black people don't want to see that. Why don't y'all keep it real? Y'all, why don't y'all? I don't understand why y'all just don't be honest. Y'all don't want to see that. Y'all want to see the stereotypical ignorant shit. And we do have, movies that do speak to that level. Y'all want to see them. It got to be a comedy. It got to be this. It got to be like, what's the movie that Jay-Z did with Keith Stanfield and them brothers in it? Oh man, what's the name of that movie? About Jesus' last days. He's going around being a fake Jesus. Book of Clearance. It had to be somewhat of a twist to it. And I hate to say it, but that's just, that's Tyler Perry's lane. That's his lane. So, I mean, y'all complain about it, but still, it did pretty good. It did pretty good at the box office. I mean, on Netflix. So basically what it was, the movie, I can give you the synopsis. And Tyler Perry movies, it's not the best production. It's not the best written. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it is what it is. It's not low budget, but it's not high budget. So basically what was the movie really about? It was about a struggling mother who had a sick daughter and nothing was going right for her. And of course, the brother Glenn Turman, the dark-skinned older guy, was a villain in the movie. And even the guy who robbed the grocery store was a dark-skinned dude. And a lot of people got something to say about Tyler Perry's issues with dark-skinned men. The dark-skinned man is always the villain in the movie. And long story short, stuff wasn't going right. Her daughter, CPS took the daughter. You know what I'm saying? When CPS took the daughter, then she lost her job. She got into it with some police officers. Then somebody tried to come in and rob her. Because nothing go right. They tried to come in and rob the bank. I mean, rob her job. And they thought she was in on the robbery. So now they thinking she robbed some stuff or whatever, and it's like, man. And she just like snapped. And she went back to the bank after after the bank robbery, she just wanted her check. After not the bank robbery, the dude's robbing her job. She just wanted the check. And, she went to the bank. She got the check after the robbery. I'm not going to tell her everything. And then, she went to lady cash her check. She go there all the time. Lady, like, she can't cash the check without ID because the police took the ID when they towed her car. And then she just snapped. She pulled the gun from the robbery on the bank teller and just wanted her. She just literally wanted her check cash, and it turned into them hitting the silent alarm. It turned to her, robbing. It turned into her robbing the bank. So it just broke her. And then as you get through the movie, it explains, why she didn't have no help. She couldn't trust her mother. She couldn't trust her. She couldn't trust nobody. So she did everything on her own. And it's the whole, black women always do it on their own, and we don't never had no help, and it didn't really get into her baby daddy. She kind of spoke about it for like a hot second in the movie, and it's very stereotypical, but a lot of women have this story in the black community, and it seems to always fall on the black man. Or we just make babies and we leave, and we don't take care of our children, even though most women know that you have women saying they want to be single mothers by choice. And we know the story. We know in the stories that a lot of these women ran these men off. They were piss poor, terrible to these men. We know, a lot of these women, they pick piss poor guys to sleep with, and but it's always our fault. And then one thing I was thinking about the movie, how the guy refused to give her a check, and the company policy is mailed in 3 days. I was thinking like, damn, she had a sick daughter and she didn't have no disability. You know what I'm saying? She had a sick daughter and she couldn't get no disability from the state of Georgia. That was one of my first thoughts. Like, how do you get a disability and you can't get any, you can't get any help from the state? You can't get any help from the state. So that's kind of, I started looking at the funny different. Because one thing I know about women, they're very resourceful. They're very resourceful. That's one thing I noticed about a lot of women. They're very resourceful creatures. They know where the grants at, where the money is. So that kind of killed me. That's the first thing I thought about, was that, damn, she couldn't get no help. But I thought that everybody did well. Ashley Vasher, I don't know who she is. She's very beautiful. She played a great role. Don't get the fuck on your nose. Tiana Taylor, like I said, young, handsome young fella. She was all right in the movie. I don't really hold her in high regard. It was good to see Sinbad because he had been sick. It's good to see that brother. But like I said before, The Shining, and then at least in this movie, the white man was the enemy. I will say that. At least in this movie, the white man was the enemy. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I can say. I'll leave all at that. But Sherry Shepherd did well, very, very well in this movie. But I think the 2 stars, Taraji by far. But I think, the second star to Taraji, who was the shit, was Glenn Turman. He played the fuck out of that role. If I see him on the street, I probably want to bomb on him for that role. I probably want to punch him. He played that role so well. So Google users gave it a 76%. Like I said, nobody ban or blackball the black community like the black community. They don't pull this on other people's stuff. I thought it was a good movie. I think it was a solid 7.5 because out of 10. I'm gonna say because of Taraji and Glenn Turman's performance. You know what I'm saying? Without Taraji, the way she performed, and Glenn Turman, the way he performed, I really think this is like a 4 out of 10 type movie. But Taraji's skills and how she acted took it over the top. I liked it. I'm gonna keep it real. I liked it. It was a typical Tyler Perry movie, but guess what? Every time somebody, every time I see somebody throw a left hook at me, I'm expecting left hook. I'm not gonna expect nothing different. So if Tyler Perry keep making money and they keep throwing money for the movies that he making, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can call him a black community terrorist if you want to, but y'all still gonna watch it and support it. Then why wouldn't I keep making these movies? Just my humble opinion on it. But check out the movie review playlist. I know this the one y'all didn't think y'all was gonna see, but I did it. Yeah, I did it. Fuck it. Cry two tears in the bucket. Bucket, bro. Off of off of Jesus Christ. Off a house party. Wasn't that George Clinton? But hey, check out the movie playlist. Hit the link tree. Check out my Detroit channel, my Free Game 89 channel on Patreon. Find me on X, Facebook, Instagram, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Everything inside the link tree. Peace.